Let's head straight first to Brazil as Narendra Modi, the Indian Prime Minister, arrives in Brazil for his first major international interaction. There are many possible outcomes of this crucial visit. Times now is in Brazil tracking the expectations from India, China and Brazil in this crucial summit.
As we are waiting for Prime Minister Narendra Modi to arrive here in Fortaleza, Brazil for the 6th BRICS Summit, I'm joined by Ayang of CCTV, our partners here in Brazil. Ayang, how are you viewing India and China's participation in the 6th BRICS Summit here, and how important do you think it is for both these countries?
Well, of course, I think every participating country is very important for the bloc, especially now that the emerging economies as a whole are trying to gain more power on the international platform, to have more power to shape international affairs. And of course, India and China, both as very big countries in this world, they are very important in deciding many factors. So we will be seeing very closely how will all these emerging economies in the BRICS will be collaborating together this time to decide on economic matters as well as political matters.
While you say importance of India and China is there is the new development bank that is expected to come up in this summit. Do you think liquidity issues in the emerging markets will improve, and the internal economic dynamics between the BRICS countries will improve in terms of giving the Americans a run for their money?
Well, I will try to satisfy you this answer from a reporter's point of view. Of course, this BRICS Bank is very, very important. And actually, recently I talked to Mr. Renato Bauman. He is on the Brazilian presidential think tank, and he told me, although this bank will start with a very small fund of just about $100 billion, and this is less than half of the World Bank's capital at $223 billion. But of course, this BRICS Bank is not set out to compete with other international financial situations, but rather to satisfy the appetite of the emerging economies. Because according to this expert, he says the World Bank has a very limited fund coming from the outside in the future. So now the emerging economies, of course, need to find more resources for their investment infrastructure, and of course, having a development bank for the emerging economies themselves will be very handy. So, yeah.
And how do you see the bilateral meeting between Narendra Modi and the Chinese President Xi Jinping? Do you think there are going to be strategic issues, or are they going to restrict themselves to the economic issues between the two countries?
Well, I think we will find out very soon, but my guess is that there will be political as well as economic talks, because the BRICS function itself is not only limited to economic matters right now, but also, as I just said, the emerging economies are trying to gain more power on the international arena regarding political affairs. So I'm sure our president and your president will be talking about a very wide range of topics.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has been a favorite of China. He's kept a very good relationship with China going. In fact, it was your foreign minister who was the first foreign dignitary to meet Prime Minister Narendra Modi after he took over. So in China, how is India being viewed in the stewardship of Prime Minister Narendra Modi?
Well, I think China has always viewed India as a very, very important partner in a number of issues, both politically and economically. And of course, with this, with your new leader coming to stage, we will be expecting a lot of not necessarily changes, but of course, with every new leader coming to office, we will be expecting to see what are his strategies and what are his favorites and his personalities. Of course, I think there are a lot to be expected from the new cooperation.